Show, man, almost did it. It's not the Shelley Winter Show. It's the Car Guy Show. Kevin Deutsch is out today. His fill-in is Jason Reeves, former general manager of Mercedes-Benz of Buckhead. He's currently an automotive consultant, and he's my friend. He's Kevin's friend. He's a good brother, and we've known him a very long time. So 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. Let's go to Terry. Terry, you want to ask about transmission fluid change as well?
Yeah, my question was, I've got a 2023 Chevrolet Tahoe. When I carried in to get the oil change the other day at 45,000 miles, they said it was time to have the transmission fluid changed and filter. Seems like that's not very many miles to have the transmission worked on.
Well, I think you're right to a degree, but that 45 to 50,000 mile mark is where that needs to be inspected. So I would recommend moving forward with that. And again, if continuing with the regular scheduled maintenance could prevent a much more severe breakdown a little bit later on in the process. So between 45 and 50 is a good time to go ahead and get in and change that fluid and get it checked out. It's not a bad idea.
Okay, so it wouldn't need to be changed again until it gets to 100,000 miles maybe?
That should be right. Yep.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for answering my question. Enjoy the show.
Thank you, Terry. Have a wonderful day. Let's go to Kelly. Where's Kelly? Kelly, go ahead.
I had a question about oil changes. I have a 2010 Nissan Xterra, 160,000 miles, and I do use the express oil change places, which I'm happy with, but every time I go, my recommended interval is 5,000 for my car, but they always recommend to get the higher price synthetic, which they say will allow me to go 7,500 between oil changes. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. So vehicles that carry synthetic oil do have longer periods between the needed service breaks or oil changes. So synthetic oil, it has a different viscosity. It is also used in a lot of high performance vehicles and so forth. So that is too. Typically, if you do opt for the synthetic oil, it is an opportunity.
But what's less expensive for her? Because if she goes longer times between oil changes, but those oil changes are $100 a piece because of the synthetic oil. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I would ask,
Right.
what's the delta? What's the delta in price between the standard weight oil for your vehicle and going to the synthetic? Is it a 10% bump, a 20% increase in cost?
I'd say regular is maybe 60, and the synthetic is more closer to 90. So it's substantial, but I'd prefer to go longer if
Right.
possible, just for convenience.
Yeah,
And
there it is.
it could very well also extend the performance and the life of your engine as well. So it's
Using the synthetic.
Using the synthetic, yep. So that's not a bad idea. And it's a premium cost because it is a premium product.
Yeah, and I don't mind paying the premium, like I said, to go longer. So if you think that's okay, I'll keep doing it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you,
Okay,
Kelly.
thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's go to Terrence. Go ahead, Terrence. Terrence? I think Terrence hung up.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead, Terrence. What's your question?
I'm missing a life.
Oh, excuse me. Hold on. Let me cut this off. Okay, you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have a 2014 Chevy Silverado. Every now and then, the I guess stability brake and the ABS lights come on, and then it'll just go off, and it runs like a top. I've got 214,000 miles on it. I just do regular maintenance. I take it to the dealership. So I want to know if that's a sensor. Is that something I should be concerned about, or what's the deal?
Let me hit you with a couple of questions, Sarah. So have you made any alterations to the diameter of the wheels that are on this vehicle? So if the manufacturer put, say, 18-inch wheels on it, and you decided to put 22-inch wheels on it?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you alter the wheel size of a vehicle, it can sometimes cause quirky issues with the sensors that are on the vehicle as it relates to traction control and so forth, because traction control is designed to make sure that there's always grip to the ground, but it's also there are sensors that are measuring wheel spin, the amount of revolutions that occur as a wheel spins. So that could be a part of it. How long have you been having this issue?
It's been on and off for like a year or two, but like I said, it runs like a top.
Have you? When did you put the wheels on it?
I change all four. It's not the exact size it's supposed to be, but it fits. I got them, I bought
Wait a
all
minute,
four.
wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
So
Terrence.
yeah, it probably is a sensor issue, but it could really be closely related to the wheels, man. So if you saw an issue with this sensor around the time that you did do the wheel swap, that there could be, it's very likely they're related.
Okay. All
Wait,
right, I'll check
Terrence,
that
but
out.
Terrence, I'm sorry, I'm not an automotive guy, but you put different size wheels on the truck.
No,
I'm sure it
no.
looks great.
I went to I went to the the dealer, and they said, these fit, and if they want to sell, and I got them.
I'm sure it's beautiful. Congratulations, man.
Terrence,
Yeah, man, it runs like no other. I have no complaints, but that just bothered me.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's wigging out that sensor in there probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great call, Terrence. Have a wonderful Mother's Day weekend, my friend. That is
I
hilarious.
appreciate it, man. I really do. Thank you.
Thank you. That is hilarious. Lamar, go ahead, sir.
Or ma'am.
Ma'am, I'm sorry.
Well, you've had a whole bunch of gender generic people on.
Yeah, I'm one of them, Shelly. What's your question,
right,
ma'am?
Right. Oh, okay, so I have a 2017 Prius, and it didn't start one morning, and the guy came out and, jumped it off. And he said, this battery's old, you need to get a new one. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. But the thing was, even when I was trying to start it, a light was a notice came on that said you need to use your parking brake to reserve your battery. I was like, well, that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And so I haven't gotten a new battery. It did, once again, didn't start one morning, but I have the little jump off battery thing, and that worked real easy. So I'm just like, okay, whatever, as long as that's working. But I'm just, the whole put your parking brake on in a Prius. And the thing is, my mom actually has a 2022 Prius, and her battery died, and she got the same notice that said, put your parking brake on. I was like, Mom, I don't know what the deal is with this. I've never seen that.
How long you been having this issue?
6 months. But, I drive my car every other day.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I've been using the parking brake.
And how many miles do you have on it?
I have 72,000 miles on this car.
Wow. So here's the thing about, again, having a hybrid vehicle. Here's the thing about, so you've had to have it jump several times, which is the battery portion that's associated with starting the vehicle and so forth. And
correct. The 12 volt, yeah.
Right, the 12 volt issue. So it's tricky for cars that are hybrid that have a portion of the drive unit that is a dedicated battery. When you're having electrical problems, even if it's just a 12 volt issue, you have to really pay a different level of attention to them, because every time that car gets jumped, it's sending a charge and a signal back through the battery and through the electrical system and so forth, and that interacts with the drive unit that's in there. And if you're saying your mom is having the same issue, so it looks like this could be a somewhat common issue to this vehicle. But you really need to get that probably to a shop to get the voltage of the 12 volt battery checked, because it could be indeed just the battery that's associated with starting the car. You change that, it's a couple $100 or whatever. But I will tell you, if you're having an issue with the electrical system and it's related to the drive unit battery, that's a whole different ball of wax and a little bit more of an extensive issue. So get the 12 volt voltage checked to make sure that it's operating at the right voltage. And then from there, if you find out that it's perfect and it's operating where it's supposed to be, then you could be having an issue with the drive unit battery, and that's a whole different ball of wax.
All right.
Right.
Thank you.
So have you ever heard, though, of needing to use the parking brake when the car is parked and off?
I'm not familiar with that, how the
Like I
parking
said, the
brake...
car is telling me that, and I was like, that's a weird...
And unless it's something that's related to engaging the regular combustion component of that hybrid, and that is allowing the drive unit battery to be recharged when the parking brake is engaged, that's the only thing that I could think of on that.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. Let's go to Sharon. Go ahead, Sharon.
Yes, I have a 2021 Honda Accord with a wired infotainment system. And I understand that Honda has sent out an update to make it wireless, but they had to recall it since it wasn't working. Do you know the latest on that?
Unfortunately, I am not familiar with that, but I am familiar with over what we call OTA updates or over-the-air updates. And those are almost identical to what you experience with your wireless phone. So every now and then there'll be an update that comes out. Let's say it's a new iOS 25. And sometimes what happens is they'll launch those updates, they'll get into the system, and they'll find out, oh, well, there's a bug. This new update is causing a problem for these two items that exist on the phone, and they'll pull it. And then they'll send a new update that will fix the bugs that were in the previous update. So that's not an uncommon thing. I would stay, hold off on the update, particularly if they've already recalled it, and wait for the next one to come out and allow that over-the-air update to cycle so that you'll get the most recent one and it won't have any of the bugs.
Well, the dealer says that I have to have it from him. He has to put it on the car.
That is correct. So if there are two ways to get updates. One is sometimes the update will come directly from the satellites that are associated with an OEM. The other way,
OEM, what's that?
Original equipment manufacturer.
Okay.
The other updates have to be done through the dealer. Another one of those reasons why the dealer is really important, because they have access to computers and software that no one else has that are related to your vehicle. So they'll plug that vehicle in, and it'll go up into a network in the cloud and so forth that will pull that software update back into the car. So
will she have to pay for something like that?
Yeah, typically if you're out of warranty, that is something that is.
But even if it's Honda doing it,
yeah. In our case, with Mercedes,
because with my cell phone, it just updates it.
That's right.
Right.
With the phone, it will continue to update automatically, but that's over the air only. It doesn't have to be taken in to do it.
Gotcha.
If
Okay.
it has to be driven into the dealership, use their equipment,
Understood.
plugged up. It typically has to sit in a bay that takes up space that
Right.
another car could
Understood.
be in.
That makes
So
sense.
There
That
may
makes
be
sense.
a charge, and typically it's somewhere between $100 and maybe $300.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
448 $300. I just go without my entertainment system. 404. I'm coming to find that I'm a very cheap person. I'm coming to find that out about myself. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. Please give us a call. Jason Reeves is here. He's the former general manager of the Mercedes-Benz of Buckhead dealership, and he's currently an automotive consultant. And he knows everything about the automotive business, just like Kevin. He's filling in. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB-TALK.
.1248 in the Trustdell.com traffic center. Watching a travel advisory in Doraville. Crash trying to clear out of 3 center lanes right now. Tow truck on scene loading up the vehicle involved, but 3 center lanes blocked. 285 eastbound, the inner loop, Buford Highway, exit 32. Once you get past that, traveling 285 east and southbound, leaving I-85. Getting down to North Lake Parkway, exit 36. The DOT tells me a crash working in 2 right lanes right now, and 2 right lanes blocked in both directions on the west side perimeter with roadwork 285 north and south between Bolton Road and Atlanta Road, causing delays between I-75 Truist Park